Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm really excited, mainly to have our special guest on to share with us tonight. We are talking specifically kind of on increasing your coaching capacity, increasing your network, increasing your business. I have personally been in the coaching industry my entire career, and I have changed job descriptions a lot along the way. But the underlying thing that I've done the entire time is coaching. So I started off as kind of two things. I've worked multiple jobs at the same time. So right out of college, I was personal training and coaching running. So cross country coach at that time. And so coaching runners, obviously that's a coach. But also being a personal trainer, my clients, I am their coach. And so in that space, people are coming to me asking me, how can I be a better athlete? How can I be more fit? How can I be healthier? All of those things. So that's obviously like a big space of mine is the health. I worked as a personal trainer for a long time, and then I stepped more into the wellness field, and I'm coaching in that space. And in this coaching space, it's always been up leveling to another level with your health, with your fitness, to maximize results. And when I work with people, when I see them up leveling their health, they up level everything in their life. When we look at like kind of the wheel of important things in our life, one of the biggest components is having our health. And so I feel like I personally am coaching people in one of the most important spaces. There's relationships and there's spirituality and there's finance and all of that. But if your health wheel is lacking, everything in your life is going to lack and be affected by it. And I feel like that is the one area that has the biggest effect on all of it. So when it came to when I was the head cross country and distance track coach in a college, my athletes, I was coaching them on running, obviously. But there was this underlying, all of them had kind of some underlying health things going on. And so I had to come in and thankfully with my expertise and help support them with, okay, what are these underlying things going on? You're anemic. We got to focus on bringing your iron levels up. You've got some digestion issues. We need to focus on that. So I was coaching them not just as a runner, but in the wellness field. And I have just seen such growth in my business. When I started focusing in that wellness field, my business started excelling as a personal trainer because I was focusing on nutrition with them. I was focusing on their fitness, but there was this piece that I couldn't touch and I didn't know how to touch. And that was the wellness piece that I am so focused in now. And that wellness piece is such a domino effect. If your wellness isn't in check, you're not going to be craving the healthy foods. Your nutrition's going to be lacking. You're not going to be able to work out as hard or as long. And like your fitness level will lack as well. So I like to focus on like the root of everything that's going to make it all better. And so in that, when I was a personal trainer, I kind of stepped back from that business, but my clients were getting better results on all aspects. You know, a lot of them wanted weight loss. They started losing more weight. They started having more energy. They had less stress in their life. That they were showing up a better way. My athletes, I took one of my anemic girls. I got her not being anemic anymore, and she PR'd by 2 minutes in a 5K. Huge. And so I always want people to be healthier so everything is better. In my business right now, the underlying thing I do is help heal their bodies. And so when they start doing that, they show up better in their relationships. They show up better in their business, their finances. Everything starts becoming in a better place. So that's what I have seen as I've grown as a coach, as I've grown as a person, as my businesses have developed, is focusing on that root piece. And so my dear friend Brooke, we're actually in the same house. You can't tell. We're at an incredible retreat right now that she's hosting, but this is like really her wheelhouse. She is like we're at a mastermind that she's coaching. And so she is going to jump on and share a little bit of her knowledge and experience in the space as well.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. And I'm really excited to talk about this topic and share just a little bit about my journey as well. I have a background as both in the health field. I was a personal trainer for many years, for about 20 years. I was in the fitness industry. And like Michelle, I could definitely attest to the fact that if you get to the root of issues, athletic people or people that have health goals or fitness goals at the gym, they're going to be able to excel. They're going to be able to do so much better. But the other area of expertise that I have is just in high performance coaching and in coaching women to work through healing, in coaching women to work on their performance in their business, to become more effective, more efficient, more energetic, to be able to produce more, to be able to have sustainable success in their businesses. And so I've coached and helped many people create wealth and create opportunities in their life. And I'm really passionate about coaching people on their mindset, their soul set, their business, and how to really accomplish the things that they want to accomplish in their mind. And so whether I have someone come to me that wants to work through some life coaching type stuff, or somebody that comes to me that wants to work through growing their business or improving their business, there's a couple things that I have noticed. And I don't know how many of you are coaches here. Maybe a lot of you watching the recording are coaches, but if you are a coach, put a one in the chat. If you want to share what kind of coach you are, or what kind of coaching you've done, or maybe you're working towards becoming a coach and you want to be a coach and it's not something you're doing right now, but it's something that's on your radar. I'd love to see that in the chat. So, no matter what, I've noticed Selena's a life and mindset coach. Let's see, a coach for lawyers. I love that so much. I have tons of friends who are coaches. A lot of people that work in the area of performance and business performance, and I have been involved in coaching for many years and have built six-figure businesses in coaching and multiple six-figure businesses. And so I understand coaching. I love coaching. I love seeing people be successful, change their mind, change their life, change their results that they're experiencing. But there's one thing that I've observed over the last 7, 8 years of doing this, and that is that we can have all the tools, we can have the models, we can have the systems, we can be trained and we can be an incredible coach, and we can have all of the things that should be working. But how many of us have clients or friends that are getting coached, or people that we know that are getting coached, that aren't really seeing the results that they want to see from the coaching? I think a lot of us. And some of that has to do with their energy. Some of it has to do with their emotions and their emotional health and how they're feeling emotionally, or the kind of energy they bring to the table. And it all starts with their physicality and with their emotional resiliency. And one thing we know for sure is that if things are off in the body, there are imbalances in the body. And we talk a lot about this. We talk about a lot about gut health, and we talk about getting the gut right. And when we get the gut right, we see improvement in mood, we see improvement in hormone balance, we see improvement in sleep. And all of these things are huge predictors of success and long term success. And I think if you're a coach or you've observed people that are successful, you would probably say they're high energy, they're emotionally resilient, right? They're not like a nervous ball of energy and anxious all the time. Like, they have that handle on their emotions, and they have that vivacious energy that just draws people to them. And so you might be an incredible coach and you might have incredible models or systems. But if you're missing the piece where you're addressing their physical being, which impacts their emotional being, or you're addressing both of those things, you're missing out on the base piece that's going to help your clients or the people you train or the people that you coach. You're missing that base piece that's going to really launch them to having success in their results. And I will argue for this all day, every day, all day, every day. And I'm a great case study. Okay. So 7.5 years ago, I was not a coach. I did not have a business, and I was always tired. I knew the things I needed to do. I was teaching fitness. I was eating a lot of the right foods, but I was tired all the time. I had a ton of anxiety. I was depressed on and off. through all of my adult years. And I just didn't have the emotional resilience and the energy to really change anything in my life, to make different decisions. I had so many imbalances inside of me that were sending signals to my brain that was affecting my behavior, because it's not always just a, a, a matter of following a model or doing what we know we need to do, right? Or employing willpower. Willpower can only get you so far. At some point, there are imbalances that need to be addressed. And I had a lot of imbalances. That's why I turned to these supplements. It's why I started to use them myself. And what I have seen happen in me is something I have seen happen in so many others. I was able to get my energy back. I was able to get my vibrancy back. I had clearer thoughts. My brain fog was gone, and I was able to focus and not be all over the place. I was able to feel more calm, less stress, less anxious, not have the mood swings and the ups and downs. I was able to sleep deeply at night and wake up feeling rested and not have headaches. Essentially, everything really changed for me. And it went from like a life of feeling like black and white to a life of color. And it was like I had just woken up because I was balanced from the inside out. And what I went on to do and create with that was one 7-figure business and multiple 6-figure businesses. And I became a coach. And it started with me taking care of my physical health, which fed into my emotional health, which fed into my soul and my spiritual health and my connection with others and my relationship. And what I would employ you to think about is what's missing from your business, what's missing from your coaching, what's something that would help you to be a next level coach, what's something that would give you another tool that could help enhance your skills that you already have and enhance your clients' results. I really truly feel that deciding to put all of your clients and anybody that I coach, or I have a lot of different coaches that work with me now that have partnered with me, that are building a business with me because they have seen through my experience and then through their own experience how their own vibrancy and energy and productivity and sleep and everything about their life is just like so much better, and they're able to produce different results in their life. And they're starting to understand, like, hey, I'm not selling a product, I'm giving my clients an additional tool that's going to help them to heal in different ways that I can't do. I can't go in and change their microbiome. I can't go in and change their hormones. I can't say inflammation be gone. Like, that's not something that I can do, but I can have a useful tool that is incredibly effective and helps my clients to wake up so that they take the steps and they use the model and they go through the modules and they get the results that they want to get. The other thing that I want to speak to that Michelle mentioned was the multiple streams of income. Sometimes people are uncomfortable talking about this, but I'm not. I know a lot of coaches. I've been coaching for several years, and I know lots of different types of coaches and go to coaches summits. And I'm a high performance certified coach, but I also do some other types of coaching. And, as coaches, you get introduced to lots of different coaches. How many of us know coaches that are burnt out, that have really full one-on-one schedules, and they've been coaching? Yeah, I saw. Thank you for your honesty, Selena. That they have a full docket and they've been one-on-one coaching for years. In fact, I have a friend that literally just kind of just threw her hands up in the air and just walked away from it, because so many years of coaching, like nonstop, all the time, just being this vessel that hears all the things and tries to direct and ask the right questions. And we love coaching because we love helping people, right? And sometimes as coaches, we're the worst at actually taking our own advice and doing the things that we coach people on, and taking care of ourselves, and allowing ourselves more prosperity or more abundance, or allowing more opportunities or more doors to open. Maybe we can coach other people on that, but we don't necessarily do that. And so one of the things that I love about this is it's so in alignment with the mission of coaching and impacting people from the base up, from the root up, right? Physical health, emotional health, which then impacts our spiritual health, and then our productivity and our habits and our relationships and everything else. I picture it as a tree, right? This is the roots. We're getting down into the roots. But the other thing that it does is that it allows us to have wiggle room. It allows us to have space. It allows us to have margin. It allows you to potentially decide, hey, I only want to have 10 one-on-one clients. I don't want to have 30. I don't want to run a group coaching program every single season of the year. I do one group coaching. I've shifted to one high performance group coaching once a year in the summer. I don't do it all the time. And I'm able to preserve my energy and be a better coach to less people because I don't have to make all of my income from coaching. I have this other stream of income that so beautifully fits in alignment. And so it allows you that flexibility because if you're like most coaches, as you go through this coaching journey, you evolve and you change and you have different interests and you want to start a different program or you want to coach in a different way or you want to create a community or you want to do an event or a retreat, but it's scary because you've only ever really done this one type of coaching or you've only ever been a personal trainer in this one way. And so to do something else and not have the security of the finances for the thing that you've been doing. I have a friend that's going through this right now and it's like she's got something that is like so locked and loaded, so secure, something that's always been successful, but having done that for a really long time is feeling kind of like, oh my gosh, like I don't think I can walk away from this particular thing that I do because it's so financially stable. How many of us have stayed in a work or kept doing things the same way that we'd always done them just because it was financial stability? Raise your hand if that's you or put a 1 in the chat. And there's nothing, nothing to be embarrassed about there, nothing to feel ashamed of, but it does take the light out of us and it does take the spark out and it does take the excitement out when we're doing something just because it creates a good income. And I guess what we're saying here is you can be an incredible coach, but you still need tools to help your clients have breakthrough. You need tools to help them have physical breakthrough, emotional breakthrough, because you don't control the gut brain axis. The microbes that are living in their gut do. And so you need a tool to offer your clients, but you also need a tool for yourself. You need another option. You need another opportunity. Life happens. And I'm just going to say it pretty simple. Your coaching business probably doesn't pass the bus test. If you get hit by a bus, who shows up and does your coaching? Who shows up for your one-on-ones? Who shows up in the gym to train your clients? Oh, that's right, nobody. And you don't get paid. If you don't show up to work, you don't get paid. And so what you have the opportunity to do is you have the opportunity to partner with something that makes sense, that physiologically works. I come from a medical background. I love the science behind these products. To partner with something that you could be in alignment with, it's not some magic potion or magic pill, but literally gets to the root through hormones, gut health, and inflammation. And to start building this sort of security and safety, because that's our number one desire and need, right? We all want to feel safe. We all want to feel secure. And so with your coaching business, yay, it's awesome. It's amazing. Keep doing it as long as you love. But understand that your coaching business probably does not pass the bus test. But if you have an additional stream of income and you build something, whether you build it fast or you build it slow, you're going to be able to have that flexibility if and when things happen in life, because things happen in life, right? Sometimes we fall out of love with what we're doing, or we just need a mental break, or we're just the same number of clients aren't coming in, or something like COVID happens and it changes the dynamics of everything. And when all of that happened, I didn't have to worry. There was no worry because I still had this incredible residual income coming in. And so I have the flexibility and freedom to decide how many people I'll coach, if I do a mastermind, how many group things I'm going to do, what I'm going to do with my community. It allows expansion and it allows you to have the breathing room. And I think one of the other needs that we all have and desires that we all have is to have a feeling of freedom and to be able to write the story of our life however we want to write it. And while we love helping people, sometimes we're the worst at helping ourselves. And we're the worst at living out our dreams. And we give other people permission as coaches and as trainers, like, give yourself permission, go and do that thing. But are we doing the thing? And so I really truly believe that this business makes sense. And I'm already doing this, but if I were starting a coaching business today, or I was going to revitalize my coaching business, or I were going back into personal training, or was revitalizing my personal training business, I would make it a foundational piece of working with me. I would tell my clients, I would say every single one of my clients needs to focus on the health pillar. If we don't focus on the health pillar, we are not going to have the same breakthroughs in your business. We're not going to have the same breakthroughs in your communication, in your energy, in your productivity. We are not going to have those same breakthroughs. And so these are the products that I recommend. And here's why. I'm not selling them. I'm not doing anything schmoozy. I'm just saying health is a pillar. Can we agree on that, you guys? One in the chat. Health is a pillar. It cannot be ignored. It cannot be denied. It will catch up to you. You can't escape it. You can't escape the vessel you live in. And because I value health so much as a pillar, all of my clients need to be on supportive care or supportive supplementation. If you have something that you absolutely love that's giving you great energy, digestion, it's tackling all the root causes, awesome. If you don't, this is where we're going to start. And it would be a part of my client onboarding. It would be a part of my personal training onboarding, man. If I went back to personal training, it would just be game on, because I wouldn't even take on a client as a personal trainer if they were not ready to invest in their physical health and their healing from the inside out. I would not just be working on the outside. What do you look like? What do your muscles look like? How fast is your mile? I wouldn't even take on a client. And that level of confidence gets them to take action. And here's the thing, they will have better results. They'll have better results physically if you're training them in the gym. They'll have better results in their business. They'll have more mental clarity and focus and healing and self-confidence because they feel differently. And do you know who they're going to credit for that? You. They're going to think you are the most amazing coach. They're going to think you are the most amazing trainer. And they're going to tell other people about you. And you are amazing. And you are a great trainer. And you have amazing skills. But sometimes, even when we have great training and amazing skills, it's not enough. And we need other tools to help our clients. And so for me, it's like, it's an absolute no-brainer. It's absolute no-brainer. And I've been having these conversations with so many coaches over the last few months, and I am persistent with it and consistent with it because people I work experience life differently. People I work with experience life differently. They feel differently from the inside out. They're charged, they're energetic, they have more confidence, they have more emotional resiliency and wellness. Your clients will have the same thing. And so it just makes sense. It gives you more freedom, it gives you more security, and it gives your clients more of what they want. And that's what I wanted to share with you tonight. Any questions for me or anything at all?
I just want to thank you, Brooke. Michelle and I were brainstorming last week, and I attended your Align. It was Ambition in Scottsdale, January 2022. And I have been to many conferences before, corporate America, other direct sales companies, and just like personal development. And I've never been to anything like it. Like, Brooke brings the energy, and it was amazing to hear from you tonight. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for letting me share. I feel like I'm literally assembling armies of coaches now, and people that get it, that are just like, this is not just some cute little product that I'm selling. This is like an invaluable tool to help my clients and to give me a better lifestyle too. Yeah. And to expand professionally. I mean, speaking of my event, I think there's a lot of coaches and trainers that would love to do retreats, that would love to do masterminds, that would love to be able to put down $160,000 to run an event, but they can't because they don't have that kind of cash flow, or would love to redesign their website, or would love to go get advanced training, but they can't because they don't have the cash flow. And it's like, this is an incredible option for you to get the cash flow you need to be able to expand. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. I was just thinking about how when I first started, I took my clients and those were like my first customers. That's how I started building my business, is literally like the smartest place to go. These people are talking to me every day about how do I get healthier. And so like starting with supporting your clients through the wellness piece, the root healing piece is like immediate cash flow for you. So thank you
Absolutely.
so much for sharing tonight, Brooke. Super appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me, you guys. And I just think if you know of any coaches, if you know of any trainers, share this video, talk to them about it. Like, don't be shy about it. It is truly just like so in alignment and it makes so much sense. If we can get over that little hump of disbelief and that little hump of, skepticism, which I think we all were. But when you're inside of it and you see the possibilities, it's incredible. So I would just encourage you to take action if you're watching this video, connect with the person that sent it to you and have that discussion about what this could look like for you in your coaching business.
Thank you. Thank you guys for getting on with us tonight.